Today we're going to put on the rest of the 35s on the Jeep and with no lift. So some of you guys were saying that I can't put 35s on this thing with no lift, and I bet you're wrong. I will take it for a drive. I don't have any aftermarket steering stabilizer, so there may be some death wobble at some point. I'm not really sure what to expect. But if the stock Jeep doesn't like the 35s, it's not an issue. By the time I get back from Cincinnati, Ohio, I'll have my lift here, and I should have my dual stabilizer kit as well. But anyways, without further ado, let's pop these wheels off, get them in a tire shop, and get the 35s put on there. Now that I've got all the tires off, I'm gonna go ahead and bring them to the tire shop. I'll get the tires mounted. Like I stated previously in the video, I am going to Cincinnati, Ohio later today, and I'm gonna be taking the Vet, and that's because there's a company out there called Street Arrow. They're gonna be building a diffuser for this car, and I figured I'd make a little trip out of it. So we gotta swap out these wheels. I can't really be riding dirty on these things. I gotta look at least halfway decent. I'll throw those on. We'll probably end up lowering the rear just a tiny bit. That way, you know, it at least looks good while it's rolling, and because I don't really like riding this high and it's no fun. So front alignment is still garbage, so we might just end up going through those tires since it is a 5.5 hour drive there and back. Both wheels are back on. I decided to not go any lower. It probably should settle a little bit from there. I figured I have plenty of travel here. I don't even rub at that point. The front doesn't even rub when it's this low. And we'll go ahead and check out the tires. So as you can see, I'm drifting on one side a lot more than the other. Obviously, I'm more comfortable sliding to the left, and so that's why this side is definitely more worn than this one. You can see that there's definitely camber wear, which, you know, is to be expected since I never got an alignment, but I also want the camber for the stance part of the Corvette. These tires are pretty much toast. We can go ahead and throw these tires on when we're ready to go slide next. And I went to GLD, which is up in Wisconsin, and I decided that I'm probably gonna end up going to the next event that they have and try and slide there. It's a legal spot, can't get in trouble, and it's not as bad as it really looks. It looks a lot smaller on film. It is small, it's like a small parking lot, but the Vet will do fine. I'm definitely not getting out of first gear, but it's okay. At least it's a legal spot to be able to practice in, and it's really not too far. It's about an hour and a half away from here. Anyways, I'm gonna address that side skirt, and then we'll go ahead and throw on those 35s. Just got all the wheels and tires back. I'm gonna go ahead and bolt these suckers up, and then we'll go for a test drive. Well, there you have it. They do in fact fit. There's plenty of clearance here. I'm sure that this little windage tray thing is probably gonna rub. You can see that I probably don't have very much flex here with stock suspension, figuring I only have about 3 inches of clearance in the front, and then in the rear probably about 4 inches. It does have some rake, but that's just from the factory. And it does have a little bit of poke too, not quite as much as I'd like, but obviously with stock wheels you can only do so much. And again, this is with a 1.5 inch spacer. I'm excited to see how loud these tires are. I'll roll the windows down so you can hear them. All right, I'm gonna go full lock right now, and I'll see if it rubs. I think it is hitting that windage tray, but just like a tiny bit. I think I felt like the slightest rub. It's at full lock right now. I'll get out of the car and we'll go see what's rubbing. Exactly as I thought. It's this little windage tray, which is perfectly fine. That thing will be coming off as soon as we get a different bumper, or I could just take it off right now. We'll see, a little acceleration test here. Still feels like about the same. This car's not fast, you know, from the factory, but this is not bad. No shake in the steering wheel or anything, so we'll see once I hit a bump. I'm going 45 right now. Most people say that, you know, once you hit around 40 miles an hour, that's when it starts. didn't want to do this until I like had all my stuff, or the steering stabilizer specifically, because I didn't want to have this and then make my daily driver undrivable. But like I said, I'm heading to Ohio, and by the time I get back, my lift kit will be here, and with the lift kit, I should be getting the stabilizers as well. So I'm back home now after a short little test drive, and I think it's awesome. I should have done this from the very beginning. I don't know why people want to tell me that 35s won't fit a stock Jeep. I looked it up a little bit. Some people said that they will fit with some cutting or something. Maybe they were talking about that little windage tray or something. I'm not really sure. But anyways, I'm super happy with the results. I need to head out pretty soon. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and peace out.